Banana pajama, banana pajama. Go on, John.
So your latest bit of amusement from the annals of Facebook
Right.
is a post from a lady who says, I was born a female. I identify as a female. And you may know that to identify, this is about gender
Yeah.
pronouns.
ああ、なるほど。女性が女性として生まれて女性を感じていると。はい。
So I was born a female.
Yeah.
I identify as a female. But according to Tesco sticky toffee pudding packets, I'm a family of 4.
Family of 4. Hang on. Sticky toffee pudding is very sticky with the
It's a pudding.
syrup. Yeah. Pudding means in England. So イギリスではプディングっていうのをおやつとかデザートとかですね。それのスティキトフィープディングってものすごい甘いやつがある。
So what she's saying is, I'm a lady. Yes, I identify as a lady. My gender's a lady. But I eat enough sticky toffee pudding for 4 people.
そのスティキ、女性に間違いはないと自分は感じてるんだけど、なんとこのスティキトフィープディングを4個も食べる。これは私は本当に女性なんだろうかと疑っているという話ですね。
That's as far as that one goes.
Yeah, okay.
So gender pronouns are, this is common thing that people say about modern society. There are men and there are women. There are men who were born more female than others. There are women who are born more male than others. And there are some...
だから女性として生まれても、まあ男性として生まれた人よりもより男性的な人もあれば、男性として生まれてきても普通のまあ女性よりももっと女性的な人があるっていうその近代的な。So what you say about modern, but I realize that this gender thing is going on in England for a long time. When did we start having a kind of fair idea between, you know, those genders? イギリスもずっとこの問題はもう最近もう何年だこの話は。Since you remember, 70s, 80s?
Not really. 80s I became sort of aware of it.
80年代にそういうのが、まあ、一般的に広まってきて。
But it's much. It's a bit
quieter.
It's much. It's a bit more modern than that, I think.
90s かな、
yeah.
90年代かな、もう圧倒的に There's
a 90s and 2000s.
Yeah, 90年代から2000年にかけてもう Where's the first festival for
LBGT?
Yeah. A famous place in England. LGBT か T だ、のなんかフェスティバルっていうのがイギリスで
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual.
この4つの LGBT のフェスティバルっていうのがね、
There's not really a festival. There's a.
They started gathering basically.
They have parades.
パレードを始めたんですよね。
The Pride Parade has been around for a number of years.
So you call it Pride Parade?
Pride of your gender, of what you want to be.
だから自分がこうだという主張するためのパレードを始めたのが 90s かなあれ。Is it Bournemouth, Brighton, something very southern?
Brighton used to be an area known for gay people, you know.
ブライトンっていうイギリスの、まあ、南の方にあるんですけど、こう海岸端にそのブライトンあたりからじゃん発祥かな、すごい有名ですよねあそこ。
But it's not. It's accepted now.
Yeah.
But it certainly wasn't. I mean, up until I don't know the exact date, but up until a few years ago, you couldn't be gay in the army.
そうか、イギリスでは軍事で軍隊に入るのにゲイは入れないっていうのが3年くらいまではあったっていうんですよ。
If you were gay in the army, you were court-martialed, sent out. That was it.
まあそれが発覚するとダメだと。 いうことを言ってた。I remember2000, I believe. I was watching television and there was a quiz show, a typical quiz show, and there are people come from just ordinary people from public, and the man, I should say, she was wearing very beautiful one-piece dress with a high heel, but I could see hair from her stockings, like somewhere knee or something when she sat down. And also I could see the beard was growing, started growing.
But that's all to do with you don't need to be you don't need to be anything. That's just a question of
how you want to
look. No. That's just a question of hormones in the body.
まあその LGBT っていうのはあくまでもその格好とかじゃなくてホルモン関係で体自体がもうそれを訴えてる。So what I wanted to say was on the quiz show, that's because certainly male pretend to be female as a fashion. So I was a bit confused. The first reaction was just confused. And then I just looked at Alex and Thomas, and they were just straight to look at this lady. And I just said, is she a man? Question.
Yeah.
And they both looked at me in the most horrible way to look at me. And they said, what are you on about? Obviously. Why do you have to talk about it? And it was no. I was told off by Thomas. He was only...
Interesting.
So he was only 4-5 years old. And Thomas, as Alex as well. And Thomas said that his friends' parents, both guys, they come and pick up. So he's used to in school. I'm not used to, 60s.
No.
So that's the difference, I think.
But the thing about the beard and the sort of hairy legs is not necessarily to do with being gay or anything else. It's to do with a hormone imbalance. If you give a lady, any lady, testosterone, which is the male hormone, they end up with a beard and hairy legs. That's what happens. It's not...
Say that again, sorry.
So, testosterone.
Testosterone, is that Latin again?
It's a hormone. It's the name of a hormone. I couldn't, probably Latin, but I couldn't tell
大抵
you.
の訳学的なものは言葉がラテン語から来てるので、そうだと思うんです。そのホルモンの中で男性ホルモンっていうものが圧倒的に多い人とか少ない人とかっていう。
So if you give a man estrogen, which is the
女
woman's
性の
hormone,
がイーストロジンって言うんです。
again the Latin,
で、ラテン語で、それを女性。Okay, let's say man's hormone is called
testosterone.
testosterone.
Yeah,
Testosterone.
yeah.
And the ladies one is
Estrogen.
estrogen.
Yeah.
という名前なんだそうですね。そうなんです。で、その前に私が言ってたのは、だからテレビ見てて、クイズ番組で男の人、まあ明らかに男の人で、まあだんだん夕方でこう日が生えてきて、ドレス着てて、どう見ても男性で、亡くなった旦那と私の息子が、まだ4歳ぐらいの時に、私はなんとなくその時に固まった。で、って思いながら、あの人男の人だよね、という一言で、この4歳の息子と、旦那にですね、ものすごい白い目で見られて、なんでそんなこと話しなきゃいけないの？僕の友達のお父さんお母さんなんか2人とも男の人なんだよというふうに私は教えられました。
So everybody has a balance between the two. Even men have estrogen, but it's more. They have more testosterone.
Yeah.
Women have testosterone, but they have more estrogen.
Yeah, there are so many charity and support. If you feel like, open your mind, talk to GP. もうそれはもう2024年も経ってたらチャリティーもあれば、まあその military 3 years ago. So do they have to say they are gay?
They don't have to, but it's allowed now. Previously, it
そうか
wasn't allowed. You
そう
would be arrested.
僕は女性と感じてますとか男性と感じてますとか男性を愛してますとかっていうそういう言い方を軍事の中で言ったら3年前はクビになったりとか去らないといけない。で今はそれを隠す必要がなくて自らそれを訴えて特に言う必要はないけども言いたかったら言っても仕事に支障はないですよというだけの話ですね。Okay,
So give a woman lots of testosterone, she gets hairy, and give a man lots of estrogen, and he develops breasts.
You certainly testosterone.
Oh, that's not in any doubt. This thing, bald.
ハゲ
This is called
のジョンさんです。
male pattern
そうか、女
baldness.
性にはこのパターンがないってことか。ジ
Yes,
ョンさんのハゲ方って
and that's testosterone.
ザ
That does that.
ザビエルみたいにここは丸いよね。
Yeah.
でここはハゲてるんだけど、そういうハゲ方っていうのは女性はしないから、俺は間違いなくテストステロンがすごい多いよ。じゃあ私は逆ですよ。
But the thing that makes me laugh most of all is people say things like, "Oh, I wouldn't allow a gay person to use the toilet." So, you know, men who identify as female using
姿で判断今できない世の中になってるんだけど、その女性が男性のトイレに行ったりとか、女性が男性。I think these days it says unisex.
Mostly, yes. That's the bit that makes me laugh. Is what there's a big argument sometimes. People say, "Well, I wouldn't allow gay men who identify as women to use a ladies' toilet, and I wouldn't allow gay men who identify gay women who identify as men to use a men's toilet." And you know, it's nonsense.
Yeah, nonsense.
Complete nonsense.
In France, when we go back to France,
Yeah.
most toilets
Are unisex anyway.
そう
Anyway,
だから男
but
性女性両方使えるようになってるよ。
when it comes down to it, this is the thing that you know, at the end of the day, you do not go into a bathroom anywhere, and you know, you don't pee out in the open.
No.
You're in a
Always inside,
cubicle. Nobody can see you anyway, you
Behind
know.
the door, you say. Yeah, so it's a silly thing to say.
Yeah, complete
That's
nonsense.
it. Well, I think they had some issue before, like Sainsbury, they had a problem before.
Yeah, but it really is it's a nonsense.
そうだよね。ドア越しにしか
And the
いないんだから
funniest part
別に分け
about
る必要はないっていうこと。
it is when you go to France,
Yeah.
because in France they will close the ladies or the gents. And so you're driving down the motorway.
They're cleaning,
yeah, for cleaning. They close the gents or the ladies, and they say, "Go in the other one,"
So
and you go, "Okay,
帰る
fine."
のいつもその車で帰るんでもう何時間までそうですね。自分の家まで南フランスなんで、まあ何時間だろうあれ。9 hours to get home from the Calais.
Yeah.
9時間ぐらいかかっちゃうんですね。そうすると、まあ
Why are you talking about 9 hours to get home? I'm talking about
I'm just
toilets.
explaining. で、真ん中のところで一泊してまた行くんだけど、そうするとモーターウェイでも何度もトイレ行くじゃないですか。で、トイレに行った時に、男性を使ってくださいとか、女性を使ってくださいってみんな、男性も女性もみんな行列作ってるんです。なんでかっていうと、女性のトイレを掃除してる時は男性のトイレを誰もが使い、男性のトイレを掃除してる時は女性のトイレ。なんか何の意味があるんだみたいな。
All of that from
Yeah.
I identify as a female, I am a female, but according to Tesco's sticky toffee pudding,
Yeah.
I'm a family of 4.
わかったかな Thank you.